It's an absolutely gorgeous day here in Lyme Regis, where I start my first leg of the East Devon Way, ironically in Dorset. This 9.5-mile walk through the beautiful East Devon countryside takes you through Up Lyme before an ascent to Musbury Castle, then descending into the Axe Valley through the village of Musbury before reaching the final destination of Collerton. So, let's go walking Devon. There are several ways to approach this walk, depending on your budget and fitness levels. It's about 40 miles in total, which although technically possible to do in a single day, for most of us it would be better to break it up in sections. There are several towns and villages along the way that you can either get a bus or book overnight accommodation. If you want to follow this route for yourself, you'll find a link in the description below where I've plotted the route on an Ordnance Survey map. There's a couple of main roads that you have to cross on today's walk, so please be careful as you cross. There's some stunning views when you get past the cricket ground here in Up Lyme. You have to follow a few lanes along this route. Keep to the right so you're facing oncoming traffic, but if the road leads to the right, cross over if safe to do so that it can be seen from both directions. I just popped into this field to get a view of the Cannington Viaduct, which on another day I might explore further. I retraced my steps back onto the road, where it's a fairly long way up the hill before turning left off the road and into farmland. There are a number of fields with cows in along this route. Older dairy cows without calves are pretty much docile and pose less of a risk, but be careful of cows with calves or a herd of bullocks, as they can be known to trample walkers. I've had several run-ins that have been quite scary, so I'm a lot more cautious these days and will take an alternative route if needed. If you have a dog with you, the advice given is that if cattle show an interest in your dog, let it off the lead. Your dog will be able to run away and the cattle's interest will be diverted from you to the dog. This, I think, is my favourite part of the walk. I just love the wide open valley full of green and wildflowers. It's absolutely stunning. There's quite a few country lanes you have to walk on the East Devon Way. Do not rely on others for your safety. I'm not going to say it's safe to walk on any road, so always assume that a driver hasn't seen you. Keep an ear out for vehicles, so don't wear any headphones or even wear green that would blend in with the hedges, and always be ready to dive in a hedge as a last resort. In hindsight, I really wish I went to the top of Musbury Castle. I'm sure the views are amazing, but I was concerned about time as filming of these walks takes a while and I had to be in Collerton by around 7 o'clock. Heading down the hill to Musbury, there's a wonderful view of the Axe Estuary and on to Seaton. Musbury is such a pretty little village, but the road you have to cross is busy and fast moving, but it's a straight road so you can see clearly and can wait for a decent gap to cross safely. This section is quite lumpy and difficult to walk. It's clearly been used to graze cattle for a very long time and divots have formed that could easily turn your ankle, so take this section slowly. You also need to be flexible and limbo dance the electric fence. Oops, oh well. I got through. You cross over the River Axe. This 22-mile river gets its name from the common Brittonic word meaning abounding in fish. If you're enjoying this video, please pop down and give it a like, and if you want to see more of my videos, please consider subscribing. There are several World War II pillboxes remaining here on the floodplain, and this easily accessible land could have been a point of invasion during the war. The farmer has been muck spreading while I was walking this route. I managed to avoid getting sprayed, but I was glad to get out of this field as a bull was eyeing me up. You have to cross over the tram line, but it's pretty slow moving and won't be an issue. The tram runs from Seaton to Collerton and it's a great day out. I've done it a few times myself. It used to be part of the Seaton branch line, but it was closed in 1966 by the Beeching Cuts, but it reopened as a tram line 4 years later in 1970. There were some bullocks blocking the path. As soon as I went in, it was very muddy and they started to approach me, so I backed out and went around the side and rejoined the field a little further in, where they followed me at a distance. Crossing over the River Collie, I head into Collerton, where I can get an Axe Valley mini travel bus back to Seaton, where I originally called an Axe Valley bus to Lyme Regis to start this walk. I really enjoyed this walk and would highly recommend it. And I hope you enjoyed this video too. Please remember to give it a like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So until next time, take care.